Warning, 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 warning. This is a Emergency Broadcast. Code Red, Code Red, Code Red, here we are. Pick up your iPads, your cell phones, and have me and listen to Uncle the Podcast. Watch out. If you're sitting down for this, or if you're standing up, you better get ready for this, because it's gonna hit the eardrums. Uncle the Podcast.
You are listening to Uncle the Broadcast. My name is Aaron. I'm the nephew-in-law, and here with me is the star of the show, Uncle.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. 128 episode, and I'm down with a little cough that I had this week.
Yeah.
Like an allergy thing, but
Little
I'm
sick.
trying to stay away from the mic when people want to talk.
Yeah. Uncle will do his best to not cough directly in the microphone,
mic.
but, you know, it's going to be a trial. But you're doing a lot better than you were the
Well,
other
that's
day.
because if this was a Thursday night, I definitely wouldn't have had the show.
Yeah.
I mean, luckily it's a Friday night that I can have the show.
You were Andy Kaufman last night.
Yeah, constantly. I couldn't even sleep.
Mm-hmm. But not tonight. We're good. Uncle, there's an exciting development in the show on the technical side of things.
I hear that we have the phones running.
We do.
And hooray for the Chuck Man! Finally did it right.
Yeah.
Well, he must have had to pay $100.
Chuck, come on in and
Come on
tell the
in.
people
What
how
do we
this
got
works.
here?
Well, you know, it cost a little bit, and we're experimenting with it. But here's the thing: if you call in to the number I'm about to give you, excuse me, now I'm coughing. If you call into the number I'm about to give you, you can help Uncle not have to talk so much so he doesn't cough, and join the conversation. Now, when you call in, you're put on hold immediately, so it's not like the old days where you joined into the call right away. I have a switchboard here, and the number in North America, anyway, is 319-527-5016. That's 319-527-5016. Now, we do also have a list of international numbers with local access, but we're experimenting with this to begin with. Now, I know the phone line works, though, Uncle, because I used it on my show and got one caller. So, I do know it is functional. You can join the conversation with Uncle, 319-527-5016.
You heard him, people. That's the phone number to call. So hit the ring balls. Let's hear the phones ring up there.
Yes. Ring my
Ring your
bell.
own phone.
Yes, do that. So this is exciting, Uncle. I mean,
I have to shake the customers out here.
yeah,
Now, since you had a customer, I have to get a customer.
shake that tree, make the fruit fall out of it.
Recto.
Yeah,
Let's go. Get some callers out.
well, this is exciting, Uncle. So the days of live calls are back. I mean, that's definitely one of the.
One of the best things, finally.
It's
Finally.
an exciting aspect of a live show, isn't it?
Yeah, but now it's live. Since you got this phones working, you got it live for people can call in. And then they can wound up saying all the people because they didn't know when to call because they didn't have it then. But now
Things have changed.
sense.
It's different. I like this idea of the international numbers where anybody can just use their phone basically anywhere and just call up a local number where they're not going to get charged on their phone. And then they're calling into our show like they lived in the United States.
In another country?
Yes.
You can do that?
Yeah, they can call like it's a local call within their country now.
Oh.
Pretty cool.
They made some big good up for Chuck there.
Mm-hmm.
He made some kind of a deal with the phone company.
Like he was saying, it's a long list of numbers, but
Can you put a few on there?
can I
Since you gotta have to remind, you gotta put it in your head.
we'll have to figure out a way that we can present all these numbers. We're gonna have to come up with an easy go-to list. Like, okay, if you're in whatever country and you really want to call in, you can now. Just go to this page of our website or something, and it gives you all the numbers, and you just look up your country and go from there. I think it's gonna have to be something like that, I suppose.
Well, it's something easy
Yeah, make it easy.
for some people.
Uncle, what's been going on?
What's been going on?
What's happening out there?
Other than me getting a little bit sick,
Mhm.
People going wild at work.
Going wild.
They're the Poncho Man. Call me, of course, the Poncho Man.
The Poncho
Yeah,
Man.
they can't even recognize, can't even say my name right, so they have to say Poncho.
They call you that at work?
Yeah.
That's like your nickname?
Spanish guys.
Oh, they call you Poncho, huh?
They can't remember what you call it, Juan or some. I mean, that's a Spanish name, Juan. But,
Oh yeah. That would be you.
But they have to say Poncho.
Yeah.
So go with the nickname, I guess.
Yeah, poncho. Okay. No, do you wear a poncho? Oh, is it because you wore one to work in the rain, or do you know how this came about?
I don't know. One of these guys started talking and put a name to the face, and that's how it started.
Yeah, that's how these things start, huh?
Well, when you got a new supervisor in this place there, my old supervisor I got hired with is gone.
Your old supervisor's gone. Now you have a new
Headman.
one. Okay, head man.
Is gone. He got a new job somewhere.
Mhm.
But
Indeed.
I called his number even to tell him I'm sick. His number comes up, and nobody even answered the phone.
So you can't get a hold of your boss, you're telling me.
I get it on my boss, but my other one is Olivia, and when I try to get in touch with her, it's not on the air, so I had to call my friend to tell him I'm not going to be in because I don't feel good. I'm sick day, and that's how it went.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys got to put these phones, these brains.
The brains are working.
I'm not working right for them.
I don't know if you noticed, Uncle, but I'm scouring my inbox on my email as we speak
with something
here.
on the side there.
I'm looking through emails.
What do we got there?
Well, I'm looking for the original email that I got from your friend Steve from the train. I'm searching for it as we speak.
Yes, talking about him. I should have asked Melissa if he had to bring it, because he said he was going to bring it over.
Yeah, actually,
he told me he was going to bring it over.
The banner is now in our possession.
Where?
It's downstairs in the garage. I have yet to. Yeah, we haven't really. I feel like I haven't even seen you this week. I feel like we haven't even been in the same spot. I feel like we haven't been around, but we're here now. What we're going to have to do after this is go down and open that thing up.
Well, let me go. Since I know it's here, let's go downstairs and see what this thing looks like. I'm trying to see what it looks like.
I know. It's a shame we have to do a show right now. I want to go see this banner.
Well, they'll just put it up here for next week.
Yeah, exactly.
But you just want to see what it looks like.
We will begin using this banner on the live show because...
Oh, that's right. You picked her up today.
Yeah. So the banner is now in our possession. We have it, and yeah, we have it. So what it is a graphic banner that has the podcast logo on it, and we're gonna put it behind us.
I forgot to ask. Did you ask Steve to put the numbers out?
The numbers. What do you mean by that?
Get the numbers out. I want to ask him could he do me that favor and do that too. The new numbers out. We can get.
Are you talking about the business cards?
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. I'll probably use his services to do that now. Not because I know he does all these. He does the graphic design.
Yeah.
So we may as well, since we're doing the business cards, go through his service.
Yeah, we might as well. If you don't mind us doing it. He's already gave us the banner, so I won't think he mind doing it because he listens to my podcast. He's one of my best customers. Now that he's listening, he's finally listened to my podcast. This guy, this Steve.
Yeah,
Steve. He listens to it. He was a guy on the train.
Yeah, and it's killing me because I'm searching for his email, so that I can give his website a plug, and it's killing me because I can't find the original one. I'm going to plug his website. I did it in the last show. I cannot remember what it is now. So that's why I'm scouring. I'm like, because he has the name of his website on here. Now I'm struggling, Uncle. This is horrible. What is the matter with me?
I don't know. You should have kept it in your brain. Put it up there.
I know.
What the number was from right to the show.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to my show, He always forgets. See, that's why you're not doing it more no more. Can't think. I gotta have Chuck here this morning to operate to that.
Oh, wait. I think I'm finding it. It's called Print Tech.
That
Let me
sounds
see.
like it.
Oh, I'm going to find it. It's called Print Tech. Oh, yeah, that's right. And then the T in Print Tech, there's only one T.
Yeah, that's right. One T.
So print and then ECH is Print Tech. Let's see here. Let me make sure I find out the official website here. So I'm going to great lengths to give this plug because it's worth it. I want to start mentioning this a lot because he is so nice to. Oh, of course, I'm finding the wrong website.
Now I included the link the last time I posted Uncle and Trans Resistor on my website. And I know that was there, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I had it on my website too, maybe. Okay, so we're going to dig it up on there.
Put it on that one then.
Uncle, tell us about the joys of using a banner, how we're going to use it.
Well, we're going to have this banner around this room behind me, and it's going to be going this way. Actually, I have to see the size first. See what the size is.
You got to see if it fits properly.
See if it fits 8 foot 8. 8 foot 8.
Yeah, I think it's
that
8
long.
feet by 8 feet.
Right under me. It'll be right next to me, my back behind me. I don't think it's going to go that way. I think it's just going to go this way if this is only 8 feet.
I think it's 8 feet square.
Yeah.
So it's 8 feet across, 8 feet tall.
And it's going to go
And-
that and up.
And we'll put it behind us. So,
Well, first of all, it's going to have, I don't know how long it's going to be, like I said, to go all the way around us. He made it, of course, but I don't know.
well, the
Let me
idea
see
is
what
to
it
use it
looks like.
during the live stream. The live stream.
Oh, you know what I'd use that good one? For next New Year's Revolution.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be a perfect one to use it.
Exactly.
That's when I'll use it.
That's exactly the point. Yeah, so.
And then people would say, there's the guy that's got his face. Everybody's going to pop on.
That's another thing that people can look forward to is we're going to start live streaming again here because
Yeah.
it's been a little while since we've done the live stream thing.
Yeah.
And so with this banner, I mean, that's just something to get us to do that, where we'll start doing the live streaming videos and do it through YouTube like we had been doing. It's so easy. So we'll get the live video presentation going, streaming when we do a show anytime now from here on out.
Yeah.
So that'll be cool. And the background that you're seeing will be that wonderful thing that Steve made for us. And it'll be the logo of the show. It's not unlike when they have like a movie premiere and there's some sort of like either the name of the movie or there's some sort of big media event and they have the red carpet with people standing in front of this banner that has like the sponsor or the name of the movie or the name of something important on the back there.
Why don't we talk about these swords that we were talking about last week that I got more invited with?
I'm on.
We haven't gone into that store yet to see what this looks like.
Yeah, I'm actually on the link to the sword show right now.
You're on the link to the sword show?
I'm looking for the other link here on the sword show. Yeah, I've yet to go in the sword shop too. That's another thing that needs to happen.
Talked about it the other day. Let's go look in there, and we couldn't go because it was
with the
birthday
kids
kid.
and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we couldn't get it. So.
Yeah, I'll get in there. I will get in there. I promise. I'll go in the sword shop at some point. It'll happen. Not enough hours in the day, Uncle.
I know that.
That's our problem. You doing okay over there?
Looks like your wife got a pair of new shoes again.
For those of you that don't know, we record in a closet.
Yeah.
The closet attached to my bedroom. We record in here.
Yeah. Lee.
And so there's things strewn about in here
I know.
as they are in closets.
That's what I'm
oftentimes.
trying to. I'm looking over the closet.
Mm-hmm.
Man, they were doing this little thing in the broadcast in here. Well, I wish we had a nice room.
You wish we had a
closed
nice room.
in with glass on it.
A glass enclosed. Oh, like an actual radio station?
Right. I'd
Oh, my
like something
gosh.
like that to work on in the future.
Oh, yeah. Well, that'd be
I've got
nice.
some plans for my broadcast.
I see that.
And that's one other thing I meant to ask last week, but I came in to you this week. Would like to see if we can make a glass thing, and let's get out to make that glass thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is our area. This is
Yeah.
our space. See?
Yes, it is.
So, you got a broadcast going? I got a broadcast going. This is our space. So the women can't get into our space.
they can't.
So this is why I like,
Yeah,
separate
really.
out a little bit.
Our
I was
own
just thinking
spot.
to tell you,
So-
spot man,
So we need to build our own building for doing
sidekick.
this.
I wanted to tell you, sidekick.
We need to build our own radio station. It needs to have its own building.
Right.
So we can make a nice little glass enclosed room where we can record our podcast at long last.
And then we would have all this stuff.
Yeah, it's about time.
Oh, well, I was thinking about it, saying that tonight.
Yeah. Okay, I like that.
I figured you would like to know that.
These are the things I have to know. I need to know that I need to build an entire radio station building.
That's right.
If I-
We're doing these things on Friday nights, and here we are jamming in this little box room. So where the heck did he go? And your wife said, "We're doing a podcast tonight." Doesn't she know I do one every Friday? Unless it's postponed.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It can surprise some people. It's like, oh, yeah, this is Friday. The broadcast is happening.
Yeah. And
It
she's
sneaks
asked me
up
that
on you.
today. Isn't? Well, it's probably because I wasn't feeling so good on Thursday because of my voice, of course.
Yeah, the
But
sickness.
that was why she asked it, I guess. But it's gone. It's gone talking again. Got cleared up. Like I said, it wouldn't be here if it was Thursday. I definitely wouldn't have it.
Uncle, we finally, it took me half the show to do this, but I finally found a link to printechusa.com.
USA.com.
Printechusa.com.
Okay, Doc, and get our business cards. Quick.
Let's spell that out. PRINTECHUSA.com.
Ask him to pill on to call out and get some of these business cards, because I
So-
got some people at the spring break. They might want to listen.
Mm-hmm.
After that, they go back.
Yeah.
Take a few.
So that wonderful banner is brought to you by printechusa.com, and we will be going through their services to get the business cards next time that when I finally get around to doing that, because it takes me forever to do that.
That will be.
So we'll be going through
Sidekick.
printechusa.com to do that. And of course, your friend from the train, Steve, is. Does he run the operation over there? Do you know? I don't know.
I think he.
Is that his company?
I'm not sure, but I think he said he. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but I didn't hear him mention that it was his. I think it was, but I'm not sure.
They've got an office in Fullerton. That's why he rides a train over there at Fullerton. I see.
Might be. It might be.
Yeah,
It might be.
it definitely is. I'm
Yeah.
looking on their website here.
It might be.
They're off of
Yeah.
Manhattan Avenue in Fullerton. Yeah,
No, that's his business, I think. Yeah. I think it is.
Yeah,
Come to think
that's
of it.
not far from where we used to live. It was just down the road, Fullerton. Yeah, it's a
It
nice
is?
spot. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. You never went to Fullerton when we were back in Orange?
Mm-mm.
No. That's
You
enough.
was the one when you saw those people from your home state.
Yes, correct.
You went, and I never went.
Good memory.
I hadn't remembered them.
You go to the Fullerton train station. That's where I saw the Amish sitting on
Amish.
coolers.
Yeah, that's
Was
what
at the
you said.
Fullerton train station.
Right.
Getting ready to take the train south, the Surfliner train, to San Diego, at which point they get off and walk across the border and go get their medical care in Mexico.
Right. Then that's right. That's what you told me. So.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well,
I saw them there.
That's definitely interesting. Hey, Aaron, do you have the chat room open?
No, I can. No, let me go to that.
Put that chat room on. We
Open-
have to have somebody talking to us.
Open
instead
the
of us
chat
two.
room. I tried
will.
to get Ben to call in through the Irish number. He's having a little difficulty with it, but
Uh-oh.
it may be because he did admit in the chat room he had a couple of drinks. So But there's
drinking already, huh?
some questions. Well, he's in Ireland. I don't even know what time it is over there. He might have been already drinking for a while. I'm not sure. But either way, he definitely has a few questions, comments, and I figured you should just field them directly by opening up the chat room yourself.
Yes, I see these.
But I did it. But I did attempt to get him to call in through the Irish line, just for the record.
Yeah. Maybe give it a try again. Benedict, I see, but if he says he's had a few.
Yes, he just responded to me saying that. Yeah.
Go ahead and talk.
Maybe give it one more try, and we'd love to talk to you live. But I'll field your questions here right now because I'm reading them on.
What did he say? What's he say? Stop reading them yourself.
This is from. Okay, I'll say it. This is from Ocelli.com, the live chat room. So Benedict says, "Hey Aaron, remember back in the day when the alt media was lively? Doing Oddcast with Tommy Sheridan in 2012. What has become of the alt media? Tom Secker too. I'm an old fan." So I can see you are, Ben. So thank you for your listenership. And yeah, the good old days when I was talking to Tom or Thomas. I know. It was a different time. It was only a few years ago, but it's the mood was different. Certainly, the mood was different. Uncle, the days of broadcasting. Since I started, things have changed quite a bit.
I can tell it. We can't even get a guest anymore. That's what I noticed.
It is. I will say that too. Getting guests now,
it's harder.
In my experience, is much harder now than it ever was when I was just doing the podcast. It used to be so easy to find guests, but now I have the hardest time doing it. I don't know what the exact reason for that is. It might be because there's so many podcasts. It's a lot easier to ignore invites from people like myself. So I don't know. I've contacted so many people lately to try to get them on the show. I mean, very high profile people, and then not so high profile people that I just find interesting that I want to have on the show. Even that can be difficult. The people that aren't like big names. I've got some in the works that are definitely going to come on at some point, but man, it's not easy getting these guests. I don't know what's going on out there.
Well, I argue.
It's clogging you.
Go ahead, Uncle. I'm sorry. I thought you were taking a break there for a second. Go ahead.
And maybe it was clogging up the system with people talking. So many people talking on these broadcasters, is your point there, sidekick, that you have. Oh man, there's another podcast.
Yes,
everybody's jamming in the broadcast line, and I can see your point. You can't get nobody. That I understand.
They say everyone has a podcast,
and everybody has one, and it's difficult to get in people. Yeah.
That I think that's part of it. Chuck, what are your thoughts? Please come in here.
Oh, actually, my thoughts, Uncle basically just said them. There's so many now. It's difficult. 2012. I mean, podcasts were a lot more rare. He's also addressing in the chat room there right now at you.
I see this. Yes.
The question about community, and I mean to tell you, Ben, that a lot of communities, and I'm holding up air quotes. I know you can't see them, but trust me, I am. Have been decimated.
Yes.
By infighting. By egos, and that goes for the 9/11 truth community, that goes for the JFK research community, that goes for the alternative media community. A lot of infighting and egotistical, narcissistic JOs, let's call them, are out there destroying each one of these communities as we go, and I think some of them were put in place to specifically do that, and some people are just jerks. So there you go. I wanted to answer that first, but I mean, that's what happened to the quote community end quote as far as all this stuff goes. Go ahead, Aaron.
There's also been a lot of hot button divisive issues injected into all of this. I feel purposely to divide people as like this smokescreen where we're supposed to think that these idiotic issues are actually something that we should care about. And, you get all like these big names starting to talk about them. And then so like the large portion of the listening audience starts getting on them. And then that will make a lot of people upset. And then a lot of other folks will toe the line. And so you get a lot of division with all sorts of different things. And it's a mess. It's a mess.
The business down. Also,
they did.
They would, like you're saying.
Yeah,
it drops down the business where people are trying to get on, and
it does.
Can't get on the show.
Big drop in business. It's it's sad, man, because it used to be a lot of fun doing this, and it was like in good spirits and just having a good time, and so much of that has been ruined by sometimes I do feel it's people taking themselves and the issues too seriously, actually. And that sounds odd because so many of these issues that we like to talk about are so serious, and it seems like it's the world hangs in the balance. But I mean, when it comes down to it, I mean, none of us are on the hook for everything, and we're not going to change the world all by ourselves. And I feel it's better to be able to, I don't know, I'm kind of a
up and down.
Well, I feel that I'm a very amicable person overall. I'm iconoclastic in the sense that I'll make this sort of media, but I'm also amicable in that I'm certainly willing to work out our differences when it comes to other people in this realm. But I mean, then some stuff does seem pretty unforgivable when we just get to like the all out, like blatantly racist, over the top, like extreme nonsense. It's like, I don't want to have anything to do with that. Are you kidding me?
See, there's the toxic aspect of it, right? But see, he's saying, because of differences of opinion, this is the thing. That's not always what's, that seems to be what's on the surface, but there's always behind the scenes stuff that goes on. Like for instance, I was excoriated by people in the Patriot broadcasting section of alt media because I objected to some certain things and ended up having to fight with the likes of Pete Santilli and people like that. Okay. And, it was because I literally felt that they were doing something harmful. It wasn't a matter of a difference of opinion. And some people have gone very extreme on stuff like flat Earth. This is a extremely divisive thing that emerged only a couple of years ago. But again, going back to 2012, it was certainly a different era for alternative media, if you want to call it that.
Oh, yeah. Everything was still in good fun back at that time. It seemed like, at least. Things have gotten a lot more serious over time, and that like the real dark underbelly of this stuff has come to light.
Well, and people have made personal moves against each other too. This isn't, again, just the public difference of opinion. There's literally been personal, toxic, nasty moves against one another. See, that's a great thing about a show like what you do with Uncle, is I know nobody is looking to sabotage him or attack, his website or
let him try. Well, they'll get more laugh out of it than anything.
Well, yeah, exactly. But that's the thing is that you're not in that realm of where people start attacking you and really trying to do damage.
Well, you see, I see where you're coming from, Chuck. My broadcast is trying to get a family involvement. Kids and everything. What are you laughing at?
No, I'm sorry.
But on his side of the story, I can understand your point.
Things tend to get a little more adult themed in my wheelhouse.
On his wheel side. But for me, I can have a kid in there even listening, and they would like my talking. I get it for the family. I have to listen it for the family.
It's like,
I have on my podcast for family use.
Uncle.
But for your thing, your podcast, it's a different story. I'm
It
just
is.
giving you an example.
That's a fine example.
Your example on yours compared to mine.
Is that what you're getting at, Chuck?
Is that what it?
The family aspect.
Family episode?
Well, no, I mean to say that people have personally really gotten into issues with one another. Again, outside of myself, but where I ended up getting involved is, there's this guy named this guy saying, flat Earth, forget it, it was Trump. But flat Earth was affecting things before Trump's candidacy was announced. Back in 2014, I saw, what was it, Santos Bonacci at the throat of, and you remember Santos, right?
No, who is that? I don't think I know who that is.
All right, well, he's an interesting guy, but he was at the throat of that other gentleman who has the crow house over there, the crow's nest guy.
Crow's Nest. It sounds vaguely familiar. I don't think I really know it, honestly.
Oh, that was, there's so many people that...
yeah, there's a lot.
And the battle over, again, websites and egos and, and who's out there pushing out disinformation about somebody. And, I mean, again, personal stuff. I mean, people actually trying to sabotage individuals' revenue streams directly. Turning around and, convincing different places where we used to be able to post, to disallow somebody because, they're actually a Fed, and you don't want them in here because they're just here to do disinformation, like, according to the Cass Sunstein model of things. And, I mean, it's really an ugly, ugly thing when you boil down to it. And then when people have personal contacts, all of a sudden you got anonymous threats and, again, people, either you side with me or you side with them. And, it's really a whole lot of, you want to talk about childish nonsense that goes on, where it's just like, well, I'm going to go out and post a whole thing and do a whole show about how you don't know what you're talking about. You're an idiot.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I mean, people were doing this stuff.
Oh yeah,
So
that's popular.
It's and believe me, flat Earth was one of those divisive things where it's like, if you don't believe the world is flat, then you're clearly you're clearly a shill, or whatever it is they wanted to call you, and you don't want to hear about the truth. So anything else you say is irrelevant. And the battles, and that's the thing. I would love to hear Uncle talk about the flat Earth. Uncle, have you ever heard of the concept of flat Earth?
Flat Earth?
Yeah, do you know this idea being thrown out there? It's mainly an online sort of idea.
Not a heard from it.
Okay.
Not a heard.
Do you-
heard.
What
Always
shape would you say
round.
the planet is, Uncle?
Round.
It's round.
Round.
It's a ball,
Yes.
right?
It's a ball.
It's a ball
Okay.
shape.
Ball shape.
Well, there are people
That's
out
what-
there that want to tell you it's flat, Uncle.
Where the heck are you getting all this information from? I like to know, but it's it's the people that are not listening to the Bible too. Now coming to the
They're
Bible.
the same people that are giving out the flat Earth idea.
Flat Earth idea.
Mm.
No, you're laughing. It's true.
Okay,
They're not
well,
listening.
They're certainly guilty of some form of blasphemy. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Well, that's one, but that's the reason.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that religion into this, but it's he made the world. He made it round. He never made it flat,
Yeah. It's like he held a ball in his hands.
right?
Is fashioning it as if it was made out of clay ball, boop, 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 boop. Then he hung it up in the orbit in space,
That's what they did.
put some water on there.
That's what he did.
There it is.
That's what he did.
It wasn't like
I
he
mean,
got out a map of the Earth on a piece of paper and he just threw the piece of paper up into space, and that's
let's
the
say
world.
he wasn't like Lumber Columbus. It wasn't anybody like him.
Christopher
he-
Columbus?
No, he was not like him.
No.
Christopher Columbus would be doing that.
Oh, that's something that he would do.
He would do.
Yeah,
but
it sounds like
the
something
Lord
he'd do.
won't do that. He makes it. He
Yeah.
made the rule.
Because we're talking about God now. We're not
Yeah.
talking about Christopher Columbus.
Well, I know. I
Oh.
mean, but that's what you were saying about a paper thrown out.
Yeah.
You go give us Columbus. Hey, you're looking for the right reason.
I think we've just come to we've understand flat Earth and how it came to be, at least.
Well, yeah.
And we understand that it's blasphemous.
Do we get any calls yet there, Chuck?
Well,
Since we got
Ben is still there in the chat room. He says that he was not able to get the phone working, and
Let's get it going.
He keeps talking about the broadcast I did with Thomas Sheridan back in. Those were.
What's wrong with that phone number then? Let's get it going.
Well, it's the Irish one. Who knows what's going on there?
Oh, the Irish phone
Something
number?
crazy could be going on with that.
I know the American phone number works because, like I said, I used it during my show and got a call from Arizona. So I know that it works.
Now that you got your phones ringing, Chuck, you know I'm going to say it.
Yeah.
And you know I'm going to say it.
Yeah, of course. Well, the number, I'll say it right now. 319-527-5016. We'd love to hear from you. Anybody listening live, please call in. I mean, that'd be awesome. If you're listening live right now, that'd be great to hear from you.
We just got them fixed tonight.
Yeah. The phones are up, and they're up for good. As far as, it should be. They should be up for good now. So exciting. So if you're listening to the podcast later on, and you do want to call in anytime and talk to Uncle, talk to myself, please do so. Live on a Friday night. You know, Uncle, the broadcast starts at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So call in.
Your time earlier, right? Yours at 10.
Yes. My show starts at 10, and then yours starts at 11. So overall, the entire broadcast is 10 to midnight Eastern Standard Time. Yeah. Yeah. So and Ben's talking about the glory days, so to speak, when I had that series of interviews with Thomas Sheridan. Those were a great set of interviews, and I love talking to Thomas Sheridan back then. It was so much fun, and I felt like we were really like on the same page with things, and things were really fun. I just haven't talked to him in a while. I think he probably still means well. I mean, he seems like, he's always seemed honest to me. I mean, we have diverging opinions on things for sure, but I don't know. I just haven't talked to him for a while. To be quite frank, I mean, some of his ideas are just like so far out there. I'm like, man, what are you doing now? Like, so we've diverged in that sense, but I don't think it's that big a deal. Ultimately, I don't know. I'm being told that was 7 years ago we did that. Yeah, that sounds right. I've been at this broadcasting thing a while, Uncle.
No, I know. You've been a little longer
than
me.
Been a while. Been a while.
I don't know, but you can't get your buddy on.
My buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, Adam. Well, yeah, I'm trying to get a hold of Adam. I'm having trouble getting to him on email, so I hope he's okay. I don't even know what's going on.
Well, you better get in touch with him because you don't know what happened to the guy.
I don't know. Well, I'm trying to find that out, yes.
Find out if you're going to even have a podcast. You don't even know.
We'll figure it out. It'll be all right. Now, again, I always mention this. The time difference between me and Adam is absolutely horrendous. It's terrible for trying to connect and recording. And like, I don't have a whole lot of free time to begin with. And then you get that 8-hour difference in there. It's just like, oh my gosh, you kidding me? Like, when are we supposed to do this? It's just that's what holds us back the most.
It's
more
a
than
time
anything.
thing.
That time difference is abysmal. I mean, I can't state that. I can't understate that, how horrible that time difference is. But I don't know. I also just need to get a hold of I sent that email. I don't know. I'll see. I'll give you updates when I do get a hold of Adam again. And since we've had a lull in communication for some reason. Uncle, it's crazy out here.
I know.
It's a weird night here on the show.
Well, since you got the new phones up, people got to memorize the phone number.
Yes.
Of course, memorize them in their heads.
Commit it to memory.
Memory into their heads. Then I can understand we'll get some people. But give it time on the phone number first.
Yeah, see, next week, if we advertise it, Uncle, I think it'll help if we advertise it ahead of the show. Yeah. Right? Because I got the one call, but I advertised ahead of my show. And, you know, your listeners are different than mine. So, I think if we advertise it ahead of time, it'll help a lot, right?
Well, we can do that next week if you want.
That's what we're doing now. Because remember, as we record live, we're also going, this is always going to be a podcast that people listen to whenever. And when they listen, they'll get that number and our message to say, hey, make sure that if you want to talk to us, call in on a Friday night when we record live. Listen live and call us on a Friday night sometime.
Oh, this is what we'll put.
We've got our number up.
Oh,
it's back.
that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess that's all you can do. I mean, since you have it up and you have to get it organized, people will say, oh, there's a different number on this. I'll go with the broadcast.
That's one of the things with the live stream, too. I got changed the graphics to show the new number because I have the old number. It says call in live and gave the old number. I got to change that to the new one. So I got to fix the graphics up before we can start doing the live streaming thing, too.
That's your job to do.
It is. Yes.
Give it to this guy to do something.
Give me something to break.
Well, there you go. You can work on that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what else can we talk about?
Well, we could talk about anything. This is a broadcast after all.
Let's see. What can we have?
Yeah.
How about the Final Four?
Oh, yeah. That's coming up, isn't it?
Broadcast time for Sports Report.
Okay, here we go.
March Madness with Uncle, huh?
We are having... what was I going to say?
You were going to say something about NCAA basketball, I think.
AA basketball. Heard it. Florida State is back in it.
Yeah, Florida State's doing good.
They won today. They going to beat out number one. I don't even know what the state. I don't
Duke
even know
or
what
something?
I don't know what the standings or the rackets are because I'm really not paying attention as much because I never had my sister ever listen to basketball.
She's actually watching it. She was watching basketball.
She's watching the college. She won't watch pro or any other sport.
No, she doesn't watch NBA at all. No.
And then she won't. But she will watch
purely
NFL,
football.
But not. I'm trying to figure her out. It's hard to figure her out.
The only sport she likes is football
and college. That's it. College basketball.
Well, she watches college basketball solely for the reason that Florida State is playing, like you're saying. That's it.
I know.
That's it.
But I say now they got their rackets. Now I don't know what we are. I don't even know what our racket is. What's our number?
No, basketball's a racket for sure.
They got rackets. Final Four is what it is you get these players, they put them in seeds first.
You put them inside of a seed. You plant them in the ground.
Seed numbers.
Oh, I thought it was like seeds, like because it's spring and planting season.
No. Seed numbers.
Oh.
Then they figured the numbers out in the seed. And they put the seed, what team is, what number is who, what number.
And then
play each other.
Then come midsummer, the corn grows really tall.
Down to this, down to that, until they get to 4. And that's how it works.
Down to 4, and then the harvest comes.
Then it starts with the big one.
And then the souls will be reaped.
Right. That's a sports report for you, Chuck, today.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Hello, Chuck.
You reap what you sow, after all.
Yeah, something.
Yeah.
Start talking about something here.
Yeah, well, hey, we're talking about a few things, aren't we?
What do we got now?
We got the ball rolling.
What is, Chuck, you get anything about Sunny?
Oh, yeah, Sunshine on.
She's still busy, right?
She'll be back again, right? I'm sure she will.
Yes. Lately, she's been working graveyard shifts, and so she hasn't been available this time, yeah.
Oh, man, she must be doing, putting people under the ground.
No. Meaning she's working at night, Uncle, is what it is. That's what I mean by graveyard shift. She doesn't work at a graveyard. I kind of know what she does for a living, but I'm not exactly sure, so I don't want to say. But she works at night is what I mean by graveyard shift. I'm sorry.
Man, I had a friend that worked in a funeral home.
Oh, really?
In Jacksonville.
Yeah.
I had a guy talking about it. I said, well, maybe she works in that.
Uncle, you know I'm an enthusiast of the cars, don't you?
Cars?
The hearse. I love them.
Oh, yeah. You were liking the hearse because you had one, I heard.
I had one years ago.
You had one. You're going crazy for the hearse cars.
That was my first car that I ever bought was a Cadillac, 1979 Cadillac hearse. Yes.
The ones I like is the black Convertis.
What? A convertible?
No. The black, when there's movie stars coming out of them.
A stretch limousine.
Limousines. Those are my favorite cars.
Oh, well, that's interesting because the same companies make those.
What?
the same companies produce the limos that produce the hearses. They call them
Well, because I like them is because the reason I like those is because I never know what's going to pop out of them. That's a good point. Because
It's a surprise,
I'm
yeah.
waiting to see if there's a star. You know, you never know in these things. So we're having a conversation now.
and many
and-
times it's
and-
just some. Okay,
these-
go on. Sorry.
Let me finish.
Finish.
And you know, you come up, you got the driver,
Yes.
of course, he doesn't move, he just drives around. And then you have these people, whoever he gets into the cars, they're the ones that pop out of the cars.
Yeah.
But of course, there's a lot for funerals. They use them for funerals.
They do, yeah,
a lot.
yeah. They'll use it for a
And
funeral procession
Procession
sometimes.
sometimes. But then sometimes it's for superstars.
Sometimes.
But they have a lot of them, have you noticed, in wrestling.
Wrestling.
They do come out with those guys.
Oh, the wrestlers pull up in those.
Pull up with
Okay,
those
yeah.
right into the stadium. Can you imagine walking in to, hey, let's watch a fight, a wrestling match, and here, who is coming out of that limousine?
That's
People
definitely.
going nuts, crazy at the stadium.
They're,
What the heck are they doing?
the limousine
I-
has a very palatable novelty to it. Is that when you ride in it, it's like the perception is that, oh, here comes that important person in the limousine. So,
Right.
that's part of the
Oh.
reason you hire a limo.
Remember McMahon,
Vince McMahon.
Vince McMahon?
Wait, I bet he's been in an
Always
limousine.
had one.
Oh, yeah.
Walked in with one of them.
Yeah, he just walked right in there.
Walked in there, went in the plane, got out of the car.
Because he's important.
Yeah. I mean, that guy has kept come out. And he's trying to come out.
Mm-hmm.
And there he is, trying to come out.
You know,
There he is, he come out.
really
Get out of
quickly,
there.
a piece of trivia and a quick notice for you guys. You got about 10 minutes left because of the clock, the way we had to delay because of setting up the phones. But also, Uncle, did you ever watch The Munsters?
Oh, yes.
So-
Some monsters.
So you
Right.
do know the car they had was a souped-up hearse.
Yeah,
And,
they had a
uh,
hearse, too. Yeah.
You know, and Rob Zombie did that song Dragula because that's the
Oh, yeah.
name of the car was Dragula. I'm not kidding.
Their car was completely made up different. Have you noticed?
Yeah, well, like
The
you
Monsters.
saying, they modified it to make it into a drag racer
They're
sort of
going
thing.
up. The guys are sitting in the car.
Mhm.
You have Grandpa. You have the main big man. I don't know, what do they call that driver?
Oh yeah, Eddie Munster.
Eddie
Was it
Munster,
Eddie? Was
he's
Eddie the
dri-
kid or the
he
dad?
was
I
the
don't know.
driver.
Okay.
The guy who always answers the doorbell.
Yeah,
He was the driver.
the guy that looks like Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
He
the
was
dad.
the driver.
Yeah.
And the other two, the father was Frankenstein. And
The mother
and the
looked
mother
like,
was
like a bride of
of Count Dracula.
yeah,
and
something
the
like
son
that.
was almost like her.
Yeah,
And the daughter was like a human. I never had a human in the thing. But
There you
it
go,
was. And then the grandpa was down below doing his mixture. I remember those days.
that was the answer to the Addams Family, right? That was the
Family.
yeah,
Pum,
those,
pum.
those two shows. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
hmm
I remember those. I always watched them.
I haven't seen much of either of those shows. Yeah,
You haven't seen them.
I'm
You
not
better
much.
get back on them.
I'm not much on classic TV. I don't know. I vaguely know like the characters and the shows themselves, but I've not spent much time watching any.
No, those. I mean, I got a kick. The top ones were the Three Stooges, of course.
Oh gosh, yeah. Well, that predates television. Those
That-
are
that-
old
Ooh,
films.
pull
Yeah.
the my balls out.
Oh, I've seen them. Yes.
Pull his ears out. Take his hair down.
Yeah, those are
What the
awesome.
heck's it?
I love those.
I have a few I'm still listening to on my phone. What's one? My friend at work, he put a couple on.
Oh, the Three Stooges episodes.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, those are
so-
great. Those hold up today. Those are still awesome.
There's
amazing.
Still got some on, but your wife has them on recording.
Yeah, she'll record them when they're on TV, and we'll watch them. The kids love them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
kids always love that.
Yeah.
I loved it as a kid. I still
I
enjoy it
do, too.
now. It's
But,
a classic.
Oh well. Oh, by the way, mention another thing. Where's these dollar store drinks now? You haven't had.
I've been
dollar-
going to the dollar store. There has not been anything new as of late. I haven't
There
picked anything
hasn't
up.
been anything.
It's just the same stuff we've already done.
That's surprising.
it'll for a long time they'll have like the same stuff in, and then all of a sudden they'll get like all sorts of different things when you least expect it. I just haven't seen anything new for a while. So
No, I'm going to have now to test mine. I'm now going to have a drop glass. 'Cause
shock. Yes,
I'm starting to think. I think I'm going to have a new revolution come next year.
Oh yeah, have a revolution. Yeah.
Eliminate on some drinking,
Yeah, eliminate the drinking.
but only for testing.
Yeah.
For the test, only reason I'm not is because I'm test the beer.
Yeah, well, we'll pour your beer into a shot glass. Yes,
And because
to keep for health reasons primarily.
Yeah. Because I'm honest. You can.
I'll throw back the rest of it. I'll give you the shot glass, and I'll drink what's left in the can.
Right,
and I'll keep it at that.
And you know what to do with the can. Put it in the back.
Recycle it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
there we go. We got that.
I just realized. I think I'm getting too old now to finally realized better stop drinking for a while.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like that guy in the New Year Revolution was saying he was quitting. I think
Quitting? Oh, yes.
I think I'm getting to that point.
Kent, yeah, he for years had been sober. I remember. I think he said like 12 years he had been.
I'm getting to that point.
Time to be sober.
Yeah. Oh, they get old, you know.
Yeah, well,
they can't take all this.
Yeah, it's hard to drink as much as before. That's for sure.
Well, I need to those 72 glasses. You know, like
why?
Fort Happy Days, those days, go in the glass. 72 glasses. People want to start drinking those things down. Ooh.
Okay.
Man,
I had 2 shots of tequila last night.
Tequila?
Yeah.
How come you're not standing down?
Well, that was last night. I did just fine, and I went to sleep. It was good. I love it. I mentioned that before. One of my favorite drinks for sure.
Well, the only other reason I have one of those, if I have any in at all, would be for the New Revolution.
Remember,
that's the only one.
You, me, and Dad, we all had some shots of Patron that night. We didn't drink very much. We didn't drink that much.
I would drink it though.
Yeah, we all had a shot of that, and we each had a beer. I think that was probably about it.
Yeah.
So we had our faculties well intact that night. We did a fine job.
I'm not completely done with it, but in some ways, for a drinking standpoint, I am, but not doing these things.
There's no need to drink a lot. No. Here and there is good. That's the best. Moderation.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Everything in moderation.
Yeah.
Everything. I don't know about everything. Some things are best not even to deal with moderating. But
you're nominating some kind of stuff, crazy stuff.
There's some crazy stuff I don't even want to look at. Thank you very much. But the other stuff in moderation, I think, is a good way to look at it.
Talking about drinking, where is our buddy lately on the liquor calling man?
Bumwine Bob.
Bumwine Bob. Where's he been?
Well, we can have him back on the show if we want some time.
I heard him. He's
a good friend. You know that. He's a good friend of the show. He's always fun.
I would like to hear what his new drinking is. Drinking container.
Well, you can always go to his website, bumwinebob.com, and check in. He always has something. He posts a lot of stuff there. He's always going with his podcast and his website. He's got a good thing going. He's really cornered the market when it comes to malt liquor and bum wine commentary online.
Yeah.
He's really carved out his niche.
See him? Chuck, did you ever see his picture?
I don't think I've ever seen Bumwine Bob's picture. No.
We had it on.
It was on the live stream video of the
Revolution last year.
Yeah, but I was so busy. I was so busy that night. You know.
Go back to YouTube, Chuck.
Go back to YouTube and look at it.
Check out the video.
I mean, it's there.
It's there for posterity.
You can look at it when you have nothing to do. I'll let you get.
I think he's wearing red, white, and blue in the picture.
I don't know. But I never knew he looked like Joseph.
He looks like Joseph.
Imagination. I mean, I didn't realize he was like him.
Well, yeah, whenever you hear a voice, you kind of just by default make up like the way that you think that you make up like a body.
Right.
And a face for that voice for some reason.
Right. And then
it never ends up being what it's like in real life.
He doesn't mind. 'Cause I say things about him.
Yeah.
He says things about me.
Strange how that happens.
But I can go back and forth with him.
Uncle Ben is telling us that he listened to the Revolution and he loved it. Thank you,
Liked
Ben.
it?
Yes,
Did he see that Big Bob picture?
probably.
Oh.
And then he says he might visit California one day. He might drop us a line. Yeah, do that.
Come over to him. Come over and visit.
Maybe we'll take you out to the desert or something. Show you some cool
show
stuff.
some desert when we was going to the desert.
If you want to see the desert, you want to maybe do a camping trip out in Joshua
do a
Tree. So
camping
maybe we
trip,
do something
camping
cool
trip.
like that, or just an
We
excuse
get
to
some
go out
cans
there.
out again. We
Yeah.
got my camping stuff.
Yeah, well, we're planning on going camping again with the kids and all that again soon.
Oh.
Because my daughter's now jealous that she didn't get to go last time, so we're going to take her too. So we're all
Well,
going to
now
go.
she's old enough. She can.
Oh yeah, she's good to go. So we'll have fun. Maybe we'll go back to that same campground.
Well, let's try to get there earlier, though, if it's possible to get to that inside there.
Uncle, emergency! We're at the end of the show.
Mercy,
This is it.
fun already.
Why don't
Well-
you just bring us home?
Well, go ahead. Oh, okay.
UncleThePodcast.com.
Uncle'sPodcast.com.
Twitter,
Twitter,
Instagram,
Instagram,
YouTube for our
YouTube,
live
the
stream.
live stream.
Call in
Call in. Their number is
319-527-5016 every Friday night, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Listen and call. So that's it, Uncle. What else?
bye.
Bye-bye.
Boom, boom.
We're done. See you later.
Yeah, got you that time, Chuck.